Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakah Hakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. The would-be judges, the 144,000, the tabernacle of David, ordained to be the ruling class people here on earth above all other nations, all other races of people, to be the new heavenly government. The kingdom of heaven is an earthly realm which will be ruled over by the Israelites under the authority of who the world fraudulently and falsely calls JC. His name is Yahushai. Always was, always will be. All right, and to the rest of the scattered elect of Israel that are scattered around the four corners of the earth among the heathen nations that have the appearance like the heathen nations. That's why the Lord is going to send back the angels to gather up his scattered elect, gather up the wheat from the tares. And to the few Akwaf, meaning the sisters that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the great millstone, coming at you another lesson in truth. This is a smack in the face, a nana, I told you so, ninjas. All right. Since the apostles, starting with Apostle Tahar, okay, Apostle Ramlab, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakah, on down, since they came on the YouTube in 2007, have been telling you that we're at the end of the world and that Revelation 13 was the MOTB, implantable chip that was going to be put into everyone, and overwhelming, irrefutable evidence is going to be showed. All right. And you know, if you believe in the scriptures and you believe in and you have understanding, you know, which clearly the leader of and the members of IUIC don't, either that or they, you know, took the bag. Same thing with many other groups, HOI and quite a few others. Okay. Especially those that are given unto change. You know, you got guys like the recent one who's been ousted, another one brought down by his woman, you know, who she's not right. And any of you brothers is trying to scheme to get with that woman is to remain single until the return of the Lord, man. You go get with her, you become an adulterer, and you can forget about a chariot ride. Okay? Yeah, she helped bring down that demon, you know. But she also made her bed, because I'm sure before she lied with him and let him put his wicked seed in her, she saw the signs, but she did it anyway. Okay, so she made that bed. Now she has to sleep in it. All right. But nevertheless, the men of the great millstone, from the apostles on down, all this time, for the last 20 years, Great Millstone has been telling you that the MOTB, all right, is this implantable device that they plan to put on everyone, inside of everyone. Eventually, they want to make it mandatory, and they're working their way up to that part. Millions of people around the earth already have it, you know, on their own accord. All right, so they're building a system where you will be forced to do it, all right? Or basically you'll die because you'll be cut out of the system. And so as soon as they fulfill this, Yahushua shortly comes right after that. So I'm going to play the first 5 minutes or so, first 7 minutes of this video. Then I'm going to bring out some scriptures, give a little commentary, and then play a little bit more of the video. and then finish with some scriptures. So here we go.
Ain't no microchip. It's June. Ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchips. It's June. Somebody should put a beat to that shit. Nor come to pass. We in June. Ain't no microchips. We in June. Ain't no microchips. Chips. 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 We in June. Ain't no microchips. June. 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 Ain't no microchips. We in June. June. It's June. Ain't no microchips. Isn't that powerful? Ain't no microchip. Ain't no microchips. It's June.
And, you know, it's amazing that the evidence of this is coming out in June.
And that's what we read in Sakurai, the Bishop Sakurai.
The evidence is come out in June to the shame of that false prophet, that sneaky conniving, the bishop. All right? You know, he's blasphemed in so many ways. Blasphemed the name, changed the doctrine. You know, all for profit. All right? For money. I don't know if it was to try to keep the wife of his. Whatever his reasoning. It wasn't worth it, Bishop. It wasn't worth it, man. So here we go.
He read that in Ezekiel 20, chapter 28. So there it is again. He's sitting up there like he's the Most High because of the technology. Now, I didn't know what the answer was going to be when I told you to go into data centers around the world. Let me ask you this. Ask this question to the chat. Let me see how I'm going to phrase it. Does the data centers around the world have anything to do with the fourth industrial revolution?
Great question. Let me take it back so you can see these are the data centers around the world. And they're trying to build one right barely 3 miles from my house, from where I presently am sitting. Okay?
Chat. Let me see how I'm going to phrase it.
And that's calling what they actually are. They're surveillance centers. There are 100% surveillance centers. That just sounds a little bit more friendly, but they're surveillance centers to surveil and gather information so that they can control the citizens with the social credit score. So if you say anything or do anything that is not supporting what they're trying to do, you become a digital outcast and cut off from the system, and you will starve.
The data centers around the world have anything to do with the fourth industrial revolution? That's a good question. That's a good question. I think you got it right.
Okay, it says, yes.
Ooh!
Data centers are the foundational infrastructure of the fourth industrial revolution.
Wow!
They provide the massive computing power, storage, and network connectivity.
The foundational institution for once this thing is implanted to enforce it are those surveillance centers.
Required to process and analyze the enormous streams of data that fuel modern transformative technology.
Now, where's all the data coming from? You and you and you and you and you. We give them the data.
They're saying that these data centers they're hoarding all the waters.
There's a lot of energy.
Yeah,
a lot of energy.
And they're making people of those towns. They'll tell them, look, don't take showers these days. Don't wash dishes. Don't.
Shows you that they don't give a fuck about you.
Yeah,
wow, don't wash dishes, don't take showers, because the data centers. All right. So once, like we said, if the Lord doesn't come back, Esau's technology is always dangerous to the environment, and it's always dangerous to the people. All right, to life. His technology is always has side effects and death attached to it. these people are not meant to rule. That's why the Lord is going to take them back, set up the tabernacle of David, all right, and remove them from rulership. Same way he set them up, he's going to take them down.
Again, Esau created death.
Oh, definitely.
Famine and thirst is coming because now the farms ain't gonna have enough water.
And now you know Moab is doing the same thing, data centers.
Oh yeah, of course. They started before America, man. That's the model.
Yep.
See how they're less wicked. They're building them up.
So he's China, and we said that, you know, I said this plenty of times over the last couple of years, that America's trying to play catch up to China. China's way ahead of them on this thing. All right, so they're going to have to, and you still have the Constitution, you still have the Bible, all right, and you still have the dollar. All three of those things must die. And they're working on all those. All right, because taking away the Constitution is going to kind of kill two birds with one stone, because now you won't be able to use the Bible because you won't have freedom of speech. Okay, so they're moving. This thing is happening, just as we learned from these great men on the screen, these great yet humble men. All right, those are two of the greatest men breathing right now. All right, whether you like it or not, and they're the two top leaders of all Israel on earth today, whether you like that or not.
Yeah. Well, that's right. That makes it makes sense.
Esau right here is doing it.
And he's doing it here. He don't give a damn.
Esau don't give a damn. He don't care.
Oh, they asked this guy recently, Nero. The wild man. They asked him about the finances of the Americans. He said, I'm not concerned with that. He said that. That was a couple of weeks ago. He said, I'm not concerned with that. I'm concerned with this thing, this war in Iran. Meaning he told you, I don't give a fuck about American people. Stop.
Well, let's not forget the top wicked elite. They feel there's too many people on the planet Earth anyway.
Exactly.
What's the deal with the Georgia Guidestones? The first commandment: maintain humanity under 500 million. Presently, there's what, 8 billion people and counting. So 7.5 got to go.
So there's going to be a big a big kill off.
The culling.
Yep.
And these are the Israelites.
In the movie The Predator, the latest one, all right, Deck's father said that weakness must be culled from their clan. All right, and Deck proved him that Deck was not weak, the same way the Israelites have proved that to Esau. Nothing weak about them. But there's going to be a great culling, and Esau Edom is going to destroy many of his own people, because unless you're in his Epstein elite class, they don't give a damn about you anyway.
Like groups, they don't be bringing all this stuff. We go into that. The culling, you know, how the top wicked elite feel there's too many people. They got to, you know, they want to cut down the numbers.
Yeah, they were saying that in China they really have 800 million.
It's like I gotta cut your battery down.
It's not what was it?
It used to be.
Hey, let us know how to change this thing out. Basketball's phone was about to die off. Let me know if you can hear us.
Hey, the Lord, look. This is how you know that the Lord, everything about this video is beyond spiritual. Because normally when what just happened, you know, when Elder Sakaran, the beloved Elder Bishop Sakaran, when he had to change it over and plug it up to the new battery pack, it usually kills the feed. The Lord kept this feed alive because the Lord wanted this to happen to shame IUIC, to shame ISUPK, and all the people that's followed them, and to shame all you people who were following Genesis and former Sakari and Genesis people as well. All right. And in that shaming, he's also being merciful because he's giving you a chance, you know. But especially you Genesis people, I don't want to see none of you. Don't come. If you're here in Chicago, don't come stand on the other side from us, because Sakari You know, and everyone associated with it learned from us. They came up under great millstone. All right. And because they wanted to be wicked and make money, which his wife completely exposed that, they left so they can do their own thing, so they can do merchandising. I said it 16, 17 years ago. Beware of these guys that just come in with this merchandising thing, trying to sell T-shirts, fitted hats, and garments and stuff like that online, attached to their teaching. Because those guys, they were looking at the dollar signs. They weren't really in this, you know, risking their lives and their freedom for this. They're not really into this. They went into this for the money and to get women. All right, and you simple women, a lot of you fell for it. That's why the majority of guys that got a whole bunch of wives are in those other camps. Now, there's nothing wrong with having, you know, multiple wives, but you know, is it really wise at this time? You know, I mean, and I'm talking about the guys, not a guy that's got, you know, 2, maybe even 3 wives, but I'm talking about these guys just gathering up women. They got 4 or more wives, as if, you know, as if everything's cool and comfortable. Like at Isaiah 4:1, it's about to happen. It hasn't happened yet. Okay.
Sounds good. All right, this ain't sounds good. So now it's operating off your phone. So
Well, now I want you to ask a follow-up question.
Listen.
okay, select. Yep.
Is microchipping human part of the 4th industrial revolution?
Okay. Is microchipping humans a part of the 4th industrial revolution?
So, before Elder Bishop Sakaran gives the answer, the wind was blowing, and you know, on that portion. So, what he asked was, is the microchipping a part of the 4th American Revolution? All right. Or you know, man, let me go back.
Question.
Okay, select. Yep.
Is microchipping human part of the 4th industrial revolution?
Okay.
Yeah, that was right. Is it a part of the 4th Industrial Revolution? So the surveillance data centers and the chipping. Now let's hear what Esau's AI, which is God to them, they created their own God, which they can actually program to give answers for them and for their causes. All right, but here we go.
Is microchipping humans a part of the 4th industrial revolution? It says yes.
Wow.
Is microchipping humans a part of the 4th industrial revolution?
Now, what did you read before that? You said the 4th industrial revolution is part of the what? The data center.
Right. Yeah, right. The Internet of Things. Yeah.
It's sold out.
Yep.
It's sold out now.
So a lot of these camps are going to,
Okay.
from this day, from this moment on, a lot of these camps, the Lord is already starting to do things is going to root them up and break them apart. All right, a lot of them going to be revealed that they actually did take the bag. And just the way Hakaz's wife, his former wife, all right, or his ousted wife, his put away wife, all right. And yeah, she is a fine little red bone. Yeah, she is talented. She has a lovely voice. That woman ain't right. And that's a marked woman. All right. According to the law, that woman has to remain single until the return of the Lord. All right. So once again, you thirsty, wife hunters out there, you going to get with that woman. One thing's for sure. Neither one of you going to make it onto a chariot. We'll see both of y'all on the other side. All right. And you still won't get to have her. Somebody else will.
Yep, it says, I'll read the question again. It says, is microchipping humans a part of the fourth industrial revolution? The answer, it says, yes, human microchipping is considered a tangible application of the fourth industrial revolution.
So it's a tangible portion. So the surveillance data centers and the microchip, the implementation of it, putting it inside of people, go hand in hand, and it's an implemental portion of it. We were right, everyone else was wrong, and life gets very hard. Okay, there's going to be a forced implementation, and some people see that. A lot of these Bible Belt Christians see that, because what's getting ready to happen is that's why they set up ICE in all these detention centers. Because, you know, these Edomites are about to pew each other. They're so worried about the race war, and the truth of the matter is they're about to pew each other over this document called the Constitution. I was trying to find something. I can't remember, though. I got all this information right here from my beloved April O'Neil, but I can't remember. I'll just use this stuff later. I don't want to queue up something that's not what I'm looking for. So I'll just go straight to the scriptures. Let's go to Matthew. 24. Yep. Matthew 24 and 22. And it reads, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So the Lord is really speeding this thing up for our sake. All right, because if this thing was to prolong, we would all starve out. We would die. All right. Okay, jumping down to verse 24. For there shall arise false Hamashiachs and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch, if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. They can't deceive the elect. They're only going to deceive the 2/3, because the 2/3 are going to believe in this or not have the faith. You know, they've ignored the name, never learned it. What was that name again? Yehoshua, you know, Yeshua, Yahweh, whatever. They're going to be saying all the wrong names, and there's no power in any of those names. All right? The name is Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, which is a strong tower to those who run into it. That name is beyond important. There's no other name under heaven that you shall be saved under. All right? I watched it, a trailer to this movie called Dog Stars. Watch it. That's a heavy, I'm like, damn, you know, I actually want to see that movie. You know, I don't know how long, you know, if it's going to plan on coming out this summer. Personally, I believe that we're going to be living like that in that movie. All right. That chaos apocalyptic after society has fallen. You know, that's got to happen. Okay. And the implementation of the forced implementation of this is going to help bring that on. That's once again why ICE has a bigger budget than the United States Marine Corps. And just like they have the surveillance data centers everywhere, they also have built up, you know, all these camps to detain, these detainment camps. All right. Where ICE is going to brutalize you while you're there. You know, they're going to bring you women into rooms and bend you over a table while a couple of them hold your hands down and they rotate on you. Yeah, that sort of thing is going to happen, and much worse. And unfortunately, some of you men as well. Hell, Esau keeps getting busted for pedo stuff and bestiality. Dogs are not safe around these men. But anyway, this is meanwhile they keep coming with the lie IQ and the false statistics to try to and they love to project what they're doing onto everyone else. But this is 2 Ezra 15, and 14. And it reads, Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and in the course of their actions they shall stand in their power. And a man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. Because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Just like they show you in that trailer. You know? I've thought about queuing it up and showing it, but I don't want a copyright strike. But it's called Dogs of War. One of the main characters, what's his name? Josh Brolin. Okay? Yeah, he's actually a good actor. I like him. He's a good actor. But it's going to get nasty out here. Now let's go to the so about the 11th minute. Yeah, I think it was like 11 minutes, 30 seconds in. That's 10. So yeah, okay, we'll start right about here.
Damn. By what means?
It says, in the context of the Internet of Everything, connecting people means linking the human body and human behavior directly to the digital world.
Social credit score.
Okay.
By what means? Yeah, by what means?
By what means?
Give me the keys.
Like you said, the boxing world. Is that what nanotechnology?
Nanotechnology. Yep, that's right.
Like you said, possibly in the boxing world, you're going to the ring.
Oh yeah. Cut off the ring. Oh, I was known for cutting off the ring with one niggas, brother. You ever cut off the ring, you getting fucked up.
You got to cut off.
I was getting to certain stands, they knew I was going to cut off the ring.
Cut off the ring. Yep.
So I'm trying to knock that shit head off.
Okay, it says,
In boxing, you want to hit a nigga with the body shot. When his head goes down, you go pump, pump. When he goes down, then you hit him. You knock him back up. Put his head back up and hit him again. Knock his ass out while he's knocked out.
all right, we posed a question.
Come on, let's go.
We posed that question, by what means? Google said people are integrated into the Internet of Everything through hardware interfaces, data transmission, frequencies, software applications, and network infrastructure.
They're dancing with it. They're playing with it.
Does that, ask the follow up with, does that have anything to do with microchipping humans?
That's what they're doing.
Does that have anything to do with microchipping humans?
Access denied. Classified information.
Oh, they gave me the answer.
Google said yes.
Wow.
Subdermal implants.
Oh, my goodness.
Karagma.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait a minute. We going home. Yeah, right. Close the book.
Yep.
Read that again. Wait a minute.
Yep.
No, read the question.
All right.
Read the question.
Okay.
So Nate can hear it.
Yeah.
So the bishop can hear it.
Yeah, Bishop.
Yeah, chew on that one, Bishop.
With your crispy line up in the front.
All right, we posed the question, does that have anything to do with microchipping humans? Google said yes. Subdermal implants, RFID and NFC technologies are the exact hardware and communication channels used to microchip humans.
IUIC stock is going down immediately. Immediately. They're losing members as I speak over this. They're losing support as I speak over this. All right, this is Mark 13:20. Except that the Lord has shortened those days, no flesh shall be saved, but for the elect's sake, whom he hath chosen, he hath shortened those days. Because it's going to get rough. Because we're not going to be able to travel. You won't be able to go to work. You won't be able to buy any food. You won't be able to do anything. Save you have that mark. That charagma. All right. They say that's subdermal, under your skin. All right. Let's hear the wise cracks now. Where's my dog? Maybe your dog can go buy some lamb. Okay. This is Job 5. And I'll read verse 12. I'll probably read to like 21. And let me see. Yep. So like here, I just wanted to highlight these. There we go. Job 5 and 12, and it reads, He disappointed the devices of the crafty, that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. See, because once they launch this, that's when certain destruction is going to come. All right. So they'll only get to their joy of this is only going to be for a moment. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in daytime, and grope in noonday as in the night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. So the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth up her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom God correcteth, therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. And many of these guys, that we corrected them about this thing, they despised that correction from the Almighty. All right? They did. For he maketh sore and bindeth up, he woundeth, and his hands make whole. He shall deliver thee out of 6 troubles. Yeah, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of the destruction when it cometh. So only the elect are going to make it, out of this mess that we're all about to be subject to. Right? There's no that rapture, which is a made-up doctrine. Okay? You have to go through something in order to receive deliverance. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 16, start at 71, the point is in 73. I started 70. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those who fear the Lord. See, because we fear Yahweh Bashim Shai, and anybody even believe in the false name of JC, who really is Yahweh Shai. Anyone who believes in the Bible, you're gonna be looked at as an enemy. So the Bible Belt people, you're not safe. That's how we know that Esau is about to pew with Esau. They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those who fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. They're going to kick us out of our homes, out of our houses. American citizens, Babylonian citizens. But the elect is going to be covered. Verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. We all got to go through it. And all you women that's with those men from those other camps, you're going to wish you had got with somebody from GMS. You're going to find out the hard way. You're going to wish you had got with the bomb cat and not with the guy with something crazy in his garage. All right? Hellcats and Hebrews. All that kind of madness. Last scripture. Job 18. And I'm going to start at verse 5. Yeah, I'm going to just read through on this one. Job 18:5. Yet the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, his race, his people. And his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him out. His own people casting him out, exposing him. Exposing him that he's the real criminal, the real pedo, the real family annihilator, the grapist of women, grapist of children, grapist of poor beast, eating children's flesh. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. See, when he thinks he's got it all locked down, and all of a sudden terror is going to hit him. All right? And drive him to his feet, got him running. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and the destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, which is the Lord, man. Yahushua is the grim reaper, the firstborn of death. Yeah. He said he is the king of terrors, and it shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His root shall be dried up beneath and above, and his branch shall be cut off. No male sons, no nephews, nothing to keep you going. All right? Your women are going to become bedwenches, concubines, and housemaids. That's their future. Field workers. All right? The attractive ones will be the handmaids, and the unattractive ones will be out in the field. Those will also be your breeders, so you can make more Edomites to keep working. Because anything that's attractive, well, they won't want you anyway. He shall be driven from the light into darkness and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining of his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonished at his days, and they that went before him will be affrighted, because people are going to be like, wow, how this great man come down. They're going to realize this man was nowhere near great. The Lord propped up the bases of men. Everything that he got and everything that he did was through the power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, no power of his own. In order for them to have taken us down, the Lord had to be with them. It was ordained that they would take us down, and we would be lost and subject to them until the return of the Lord. And the water, we're at the end of that, and the Lord is coming. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God. And what's that? You will have neither son nor nephew to continue your line. It's over for you red Edomites, for you self-proclaimed white people, you so-called Caucasians. Call halal Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Rakah Hakwadash Kwam Yasharala Abba Babal.